What happens also very interesting in this module, during the semester, by the second third of the semester, so after a month and a half, people start hating the module, people start hating me, because there's so much effort to be made. I have a running agreement with Jamie. Do you know Jamie? I can go and literally crown his shoulder when you guys start being mean to me and giving me evil eyes, because you will do that. It's part of the deal, I know it. So he knows, I go there and do that. Some of you will come and complain to me. They will say, they're fed up with this module, they don't understand it, it's pointless. Complain to your rep, complain to me, but complain. Don't let it build up. It's normal that you're going to hate it. It's normal that you're going to feel it's awful. Don't hold up. Express yourself. And remember, always ask. Okay? Any questions so far? Right. So, how do we start learning about that? It's very simple. It's based on two things. First, I'm going to today explain the first one, and hopefully tomorrow I feel better, we can expect the second one. We are, as I said here, we are programming an Arduino board, this board. Anyone saw yesterday on BBC4 the StuckNext program? Well, watch it on iPlayer. And this is a programmable logic controller, it's a PLC. It's basically, to put it simply, it's a simplified computer that you can program. Okay? So, when you have a computer that you can program, you have your laptop where we're going to install a certain software, and that's going to help you program the Arduino to do certain things with the electronics that we've attached to the Arduino. Okay? Today I'll do kind of a theoretical briefing, but tomorrow we'll start doing the proper thing. Alright, so first thing to do is we have a lot of support. We have the Arduino website, and it's arduino.cc. Arduino Charlie Charlie, okay? And in the Arduino website, you have many things that are helpful. For example, you have what is Arduino, and it explains a little bit what it is. But what we're most interested in is here in the learning part. You have the getting started, you have the tutorials, you have the references. These are the three parts that are of most importance and most relevance to our module. In the first part, in the getting started, it explains how to get the Arduino software, which is an IDE. IDE is a TLA, 3 letters acronym, from computer science, and means Integrated Development Environment. In plain English, Arduino software, which is the Arduino IDE, is a software to help you program and control the Arduino. So we will install that on our computers, and we'll use that to control the Arduinos that you have in front of you.
We'll be able to get down the Macs.
It's both platforms.
But on these ones, it means you can't install stuff on these, Jim, right?
Sorry?
Like on the...
No, I said laptop. I didn't say desktop. But I think they do have Arduino on the desktop. But I would advise you to do it on your laptops. If you don't have a personal laptop, you are in a group of 3, one of you will have a laptop. Why? Because you will install the version, you will start doing things, and you want to be very easily going back to what you've done before. So I'm always referring, when I say computer, to your own laptop. And another thing that I will teach you in this module is to have the mindset of an engineer. Fortunately for you, I have a mixed background in design and engineering. I did architecture and electronics. So I know what engineering mindset is, hopefully. So I will teach you that mindset, which means one of the things that you're going to hate most about this module is that I will force you to think in a certain way, which is not a way that you're familiar with. And you're not going to appreciate that because I'm like pushing on you a certain way of thinking, which being above 18, you're very, very much against that. So bear with me, you're allowed to hate me, but bear with me, hold on your judgment about this module until the end, okay? So, what do we have in the getting started? We have essentially where to get the software, and then we have how to install. And for example here, if you take Mac, it explains the step that you have to take to install the software. I don't need to go through that, you can just follow that. Okay? The second part, which is the most important, is the tutorial. And the tutorial includes built-in examples, examples from library, etc., etc. We will go through most of these examples and we will work them out. This is a screenshot of the Arduino IDE where in the file menu you have the sub-menu example, and in sub-menu example you have the built-in examples where you have the different examples that we have here. So one of them is basic, and we have here basic. So for example, if you take Blink, just one example. So this is what we end up with. Okay, this page. So, and all the tutorials are the same. What do they include? They include a list of the hardware that you require, and which is this part, the electronics that we require. They include two things as well. They include a picture of the circuit, how the circuit will be, and they include something far more important. They include the circuit schematic, which you will learn, you will get familiar with. You don't need to learn all these symbols, but what you will learn to do is by looking at this in relation with this, you will recognize what is what. So you recognize that the Arduino is represented as this board. And you will recognize that the LED is represented as this symbol, and the resistance is represented as this symbol. Because when you look in detail, you can see it says LED 1, and that's a 220, and there's a symbol. And that matches the 220 ohm for the resistance, and the LED, which is light emitting diode. So you know that this is a light emitting diode, and you know that's the symbol for the resistance. You don't need to learn it, you just need to know how to guess it. So, how do I go back? No, because it's interesting, because the screen resolution is slightly, oh, wonderful.
I think it might just be the back button on
No, no, it's not, it's the, because it's slightly, so I need to do it manually. I'll do it like this.
Oh, it's like mega zoomed in.
No, thank you, I know what I'm doing.
Sorry.
Okay, I don't need running comments on what. Right, so, once you've done, you've built your circuit, so once you've got this and this, you have to make sure you connect it to your PC, okay? So you have the whole connection. And once you've done that, you have the third part of your work, which is the code. And the code, here is the listing of the code. So that is the program that you're going to type into your Arduino IDE here, and then you're going to upload to the Arduino board, and you're going to run. Okay? So as I said in the previous things, you program, you build a circuit, you test, you debug, and then you have your program working. Each step, if you don't know, don't do it. Refer to the tutorials to see how to do it. Check your circuit. Make sure you followed the circuit diagram and the circuit schematic that are shown here. Be lazy. Don't retype the thing. The code is written here. Copy and paste it, or open it from the IDE. Don't type it because you make mistakes. And finally, ask, before you launch anything, you ask me to check. And you tell me how you did it. So that means one of the things that you need to learn is the mindset of an engineer, which essentially translates into having rigorous procedures, being methodical in your work. So you follow procedures. And the procedure to follow, and we'll go later into more details. First, that's roughly the procedure that you have to follow. So as you can see so far, what I'm explaining to you today is more about how you need to think rather than how to do it. From tomorrow, the Tuesday afternoon sessions are about the theory and how you should think, and the Wednesday are you doing it. So tomorrow you're going to be doing all this. And if you don't know how to do it, don't. Check on the tutorial, ask me. You have here, these 4 rules are enough for you to solve all your problems. If you don't do it, don't do it. Check online, check your circuits, check online because say, be lazy, that means it's somewhere. And your first point of reference is the Arduino website. And you'll find the examples, you'll find everything. So the same examples are also in the IDE. Tomorrow we see that. And both combined allow you to be lazy, which is one of the rules that you want to apply here. And once you've done all that, you can always ask me to help you to get you going. Okay? Any questions so far? Right. I'm getting suspicious when there are no questions, because that means you're building up issues, and then suddenly it's going to explode in my face. Okay, so what are the things that we need to learn? We need to learn how, when looking at this, we need to learn a few things. First, and that is the most difficult one, is what do you want to do? So I'm getting, what do you want to do? What's the purpose of this program or whatever thing you want?